Leading the way this week on the Football League show, a test for Neil Warnock's rampant Rangers. QPR host fellow high flyers Norwich. A battle of the big shots. There's a clash between two of the Football League's sleeping giants, Middlesbrough and Leeds. And a cross-border classic. It's Wales versus England in the seven-side derby as Cardiff City host Bristol City. We start the show with the Football League's biggest game of the weekend. First v third in the Championship, Queen's Park Rangers against Norwich. The runaway leaders were defending an unbeaten start against the promoted Canaries. Commentary comes from Tony Gubber.
There was contact there, but the referee's allowed play to go on. Oh, Grant Holt wriggling away from the defender, who might have thought he would have got a foul in his favour. Well, you could see that Holt was looking where the defender was as he backed into him. This is Lappin. Couldn't keep possession, but it breaks kindly for Simeon Jackson. Tries to get a shot away, bounces back off the defender to Drury. In comes the cross. Oh, and there was a tangle there. It might be a penalty. It is. Grant Holt was wrestled to the floor, and Norwich have got a penalty here. Houlihan misses. Oh, Houlihan. QPR fans are jumping in delight. Houlihan wishes that the ground would open and swallow him. Here's Conley. Here's Kyle Walker. What's well struck. Oh, what a pile driver. Well, you just wish that that shot hadn't taken a deflection. It would have been very interesting to see where it ended up. This is Connolly. Slipped as he made that cross. That's a very good header. Oh, didn't he get high? Wings on his heels for Heider Helgason to climb and win that. They leave it for Smith just to chip it in. Back in, across the 6-yard box, and it's off the line. What a clearance. And it was Andrew Crofts who somehow headed that out off the goal line to deny QPR a goal. Clint Hill. Gawkes is in there to try and win it. Derry gets it back in. It's all QPR in these last few moments, and it was Tommy Smith on the turn, but he didn't really connect. There was no great pace in it. Firma struck. That could have been past the keeper for a dramatic late winner.
I thought we were terrific right throughout the game. I thought we were excellent. Maybe have been 2 goals up in the first half, and the penalty miss, okay, it happens. And Grant had a good chance, and goalkeepers made a good save, but I was delighted the way we played.
I thought overall it was a fair result, really. I don't think anybody deserved to really win, but I enjoyed it.
This place has been a fortress in recent times, so the home fans could be forgiven for expecting another 3 points. Bristol City have made their worst start to a league campaign for 28 years. The last time they played Cardiff, they shipped 6 goals. This game would prove to be less one-sided, though. Cardiff sluggish at the back post, teenager Stephen Corker making the most of the opportunity. Jamie McAllister it was with the precise ball in, just 6 minutes played. Moments later, the rock-bottom Robins went 2 up. Another set piece. Cardiff second to the ball again as Marvin Elliott set up Jonathan Stead for his 4th goal in 5 games against the Bluebirds. The travelling City supporters could barely believe it. The immediate response from Cardiff was crucial. Hit back and it's game on. Stay shell-shocked and it slips away. Luckily for the hosts, it was the former. The recall Michael Chopra into Jay Bothroyd, and that's 6 league goals so far for him this season. A frantic opening 12 minutes, but that would be it for the first half. Straight after the break, though, came the home side's equaliser. Presumably Peter Whittingham wasn't trying to score from that far out, but he did, and it's fair to say David James could have done better. Then another dead ball situation, well within Whittingham's usual striking range. Cue delirium at the Cardiff City Stadium. What a comeback in Dave Jones's 700th game as a manager.
These are troubled times for Portsmouth. A bid to come out of administration was rejected during the week. But on the pitch, things are definitely starting to look up. The last time Portsmouth met was a Premier League fixture. The first goal of this match would grace any competition. Hayden Mullins with the strike for Pompey. Watford were defending an impressive away record coming into this match, undefeated on the road so far this season. It took until midway through the second half, but the equaliser came courtesy of Martin Taylor. And that signalled the start of a mad 5 minutes. Moments later, the Hornets went from being a goal down to a goal up. Substitute Stephen McGinn making his mark on the match. Just 2 minutes after that, it was the turn of the home team to score. Dave Kitson with a fine strike to draw Pompey level at 2-2. 10 minutes later, another goal was scored, and it would be the decider in this thrilling encounter. Michael Brown scored it as Pompey keep climbing Watford's first away defeat.
If history is anything to go by, Coventry's visit to Ipswich should have been a pretty one-sided affair. Eddie Boothroyd's Sky Blues' last victory at Portman Road was back in 1994. But the visitors took the lead, no one marking Aaron Gunnarsson, and if you hang it up that high for Clive Platt, a goal is often the result, his third in the league this season. We promise you there was a travelling support of more than one inside the stadium. Coventry, buoyed by that, pressed for a second. Ipswich rattled, as was their woodwork by Lukas Jutkiewicz. The ball definitely not over the line, if you were wondering. But the 21-year-old's luck would change after the break. A cheeky drop of the shoulder to get past Gareth McCauley, who then tried to make up for it, but failed. Penalty. Jutkiewicz himself wanted to do the honours to put Coventry firmly on course for only their second win in 11 away league games. Undeterred, the Tractor Boys set about reducing the deficit, and they didn't have to wait long. Jamie Peters with a nice bit of improvisation, Jason Scotland with superb technique to give the home fans a glimmer of hope. That faded though as time wore on, and in fact it could have been worse for Ipswich. Platt's header this time coming back off the post. 2-1 it finished.
Honestly, yeah. Are you going out?
Former Sheffield Wednesday player and manager Brian Laws joked that he might need a tin hat as he took his Burnley team to former foes Sheffield United. A lively first half couldn't produce a goal, but a sensational second period was ignited in the 49th minute. Dean Marney with his first goal for Burnley. These two teams last met at Wembley in the 2009 Championship playoff final. Burnley won that time, and it got worse for Gary Speed's Blades in this one when Johannes Oertel fouled Tyrone Mears. Burnley's penalty expert Graham Alexander was on the bench, so Chris Eagles took the spot kick. Perfect. Not too sure about the celebration, though. Burnley gave the hosts a lifeline within 3 minutes, though. There didn't seem to be much danger. But Tyrone Mears messed up, and Daniel Bogdanovic took full advantage. That's how it stayed until 8 minutes from time. Mark Yates was looking the most dangerous player for United, and his cross set up Matthew Loughton. 2-2 now, and there was more to come. Into the 90th minute, when Mears found Jay Rodriguez. A fine finish from the Burnley-born striker. 3-2, surely the winner. But man of the match, Yates still had his finest moment to come. It arrived in the 5th minute of stoppage time, and this time it really was the last act of this most exciting encounter. 3-3, the final score.
You could say Brendan Rodgers has previous at Reading, having been sacked as manager after 6 months at the Medeski last season. Swansea had never won at this venue, and the omens weren't good either, with the Royals looking for their 4th straight home league win. But in Scott Sinclair, the Swans have a man in blistering form. He was found by David Cottrell 10 minutes before the break, and the former Chelsea player showed Premier League class and composure to finish off the move for his 5th goal in 6 league games. 10 minutes after the restart, again a precision pass split the Reading back line, and if Nathan Dyer had only kept his balance at the crucial moment, the outcome may have been different, but it was the visitors creating the most clear-cut opportunities. Another chance came and went, Adam Federici having to be at his most alert. Reading rallied late on, the pressure mounting with balls across the box from Joby McAnuff and then Jimmy Kebe, but they couldn't find the breakthrough. Swansea holding on to secure a sweet return for their manager.
I was sitting playing very proud. It's the first time Swansea have won here in 25 years, so fantastic performance, and as I said, very pleased.
Just something missing in our game today, I felt, and we didn't have that cutting edge, and that's something we need to address.
Still to come, promotion-chasing Leeds are at struggling Middlesbrough. And we've got Sven-Göran Eriksson's first match in charge of Leicester.